Sika deer are tough. Tough to stalk, tough to kill, tough to film.
Yeah, when you do see them, they're just such an impressive, gnarly-looking, grumpy animal. Gnarly, darling, really. You take a grumpy most definitely. Yeah, well, this is the problem with getting old, as you said, you very well know.
The rut is the one opportunity in the year to push the odds in the hunters' and the cameraman's favour, which is why we are here in October with Roy in the New Forest on the south coast of England.
I get to deal with sika in a park environment quite a lot, but not in the wild so much. And yeah, for me, coming out on in the sika rut is really a highlight. It just it ticks all the boxes and really gets the hair standing up on the back of my neck. Okay.
Elliot Pidgley is our guide. He hasn't been doing much guiding in 2020, having brought much of the deer management on the estate in-house. The foreign clients haven't been in the country anyway. Our best chance of seeing a deer will be either early morning or late evening, and we have 2 outings planned to try and bag us a sika stag. However, with Roy's calling skills, anything could happen, especially if it sounds like this.
Is that the Scottish one? Could you pick up the hint? That's what I was going for. You could almost feel the tartan in that.
Just a little bit more Irish than I'd have expected, but otherwise all right.
Roy's efforts bring in a hind. Roy knows we might have to take advantage of some half chances, so he's doubled up on the hardware. He and Tim have already shown the Aimpoint Acro red dot piggyback system working on targets and game, and he may have to call on rapid shot acquisition in our woodlands. After 20 minutes she moves, but we're unsure if we scared her.
So we had a hind come in just on that first call there. A little bit curious, not quite sure. She'd seen some movement, but we just crept down and there was a group of hinds just behind her with a nice stag in that group. It's going to be very difficult to call him off if he has got a hot hind. There's a big stag behind him. So we had a reaction from a younger stag that was with that harem, but he certainly wasn't coming forward. And they've obviously got a harem of very attractive young ladies that they're harassing at the moment. So I could have taken a shot if we'd literally just had them coming through the trees where they were. But from my perspective, all of the vitals were just behind a tree. So there was nothing that we could do there. But we're just going to go to a couple of wallows. We've probably only got about an hour and 15 minutes of light left. So we'll go and try those and see if we can elicit a quick response.
We venture to another couple of places, but it's not happening. So, a few days later, we're back, and our early start is worth it. The thermal shows us a busy field margin. Elliot and his guests and clients take most of their sika from high seats.
Literally, as the light came up, the sika just disappeared back into the forest in front of us. So I'm hoping that we're going to be able to give it a call and we might get a response. There was 2 stags there, so there was a reasonable Aimpoint, and then there was a younger animal, sort of 2-3-year-old. I couldn't quite make it out in the haze, just in the darkness there, but we've just about got it light enough to give it a call.
See him?
Yeah, the young one.
No, the one behind it.
Oh, me. Oh, Where is he now? Can you see him?
Yeah, he's right behind him.
Oh, there.
He's got to be in the field though.
Roy calls and it stirs them up. There is a huge beast among them.
He's coming in a second.
You want him?
Yeah.
We've got blood trail going in here, so this is the bank that he's come up. So we've got a blood trail leading straight in into the brambles here, so we shall go up and have a look. You got him? Yeah. Sorry?
Yeah, he made his way happily into a bush.
Bless him. So he's only come in, what, 20-30 yards from the field and crashed into the brambles there. Absolutely nothing wrong with the shot. The bullets obviously performed. It just goes to show how strong sika are. They really are absolutely phenomenal beasts. No, thank you very much, Elliot. He is an absolute corker. Thank you for that this morning.
Welcome.
What an animal. We're not sure yet, but there's a good chance it's a gold medal.
We've got entry, and then we'll go outshot, and then outshot just there. So again, absolutely perfect for shot placement, but he just absorbed that incredibly well. Again, you can just feel on the top line he's lost a lot of condition on the top in the rut.
You know, they fatten right up before the rut. If you shoot them pre-rut, you'll find a lot of internal fat more than between the skin and the meat.
No,
it's
that's
more internal, and I'd imagine you'll probably find the same thing now. It's just the actual fat on the outside that seems to diminish a lot.
Exactly, but again, I mean, you can feel you feel that top line there. Yeah. It really has gone.
A lot of backbone come through.
Yeah.
He's obviously worked his magic.
That's it. He's passed his genetics on. That's for certain.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and what an absolutely beautiful stag as well.
It's been nicked up there. Some rutting injuries there. Looking at the age of the teeth, they're probably about 7 or 8 years. Started going back on these top tines here. So I'd imagine another year or two, looking at the purling and stuff, he would have been going back on both sides.
A great morning and still time to revisit the original wood.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to start calling. I'm going to be slightly further ahead, and then Elliot's going to be another 30 or 40 yards back, and then he's going to make a call. So we're just going to make a little bit of a scenario up, as if there's a couple of stags out here, having a little bit of a standoff, and hopefully it might just draw them out if they're in this particular thicket in the rhododendrons here.
The call draws in a muntjac, doe and buck. Roy decides to change over to the butterlow call. Elliot has taken all the females he wants this year, but is happy for Roy to take the buck. Roy tilts the rifle and puts the Acro's red dot on the buck. If they spook, he wants to be able to react.
Yeah. So we had a few peeps on the Botello, and again it's all about having the kit on you to be able to maximise any opportunities that you do get, whether it be from a sporting aspect or a management aspect. And we were able just to encourage the doe in, and the doe was being followed by a little buck there. Just as he stepped out, I was able just to take the shot, just sneak it into the shoulder and dropped him on the spot there. And again, a lot of people have been saying in conversations with friends and what have you, what is the point in having an acro on top of your scope? It is just about maximising the opportunities that you're given. It's adding absolutely no weight. It's not something that encumbers you, it doesn't get in the way, but it just gives that extra added opportunity. So if the shot on that sika stag hadn't been fantastic, he could have quite easily got up to run into that forestry, and that was a thick bit of forestry block which could have taken a lot of tracking if it didn't work out. It would have then enabled me just to have the Aimpoint red dot straight on, and I could have capitalised on the shot. And as far as I'm concerned, when the Aimpoint Acro doesn't give you any negatives, then it's only positives as far as I'm concerned.
Lovely, isn't it?
They are stunning little things, aren't they?
Golden muntjac.
He's very pretty, isn't he?
We're in the New Forest.
Synonymous with fallow bucks and roebucks. Yeah.
Yeah, but fallow aren't necessarily. Well,
No, I mean
yeah, but we've got two Asian gentlemen here.
We have indeed. That's why stalking in the UK is so popular, because we've come down to one of the most beautiful spots in the south of England, down into the New Forest, and we've stalked two alien species, and we've got such a diverse variety of animals in this country, all requiring different management techniques, and it's just beautiful to be able to have that opportunity to come out, spend the morning and enjoy the sika, and then come into the woodland and take a beautiful little muntjac buck as well. So what more could you want?
What a successful morning. Roy has maximised his hunting opportunities using different calls and different optics. For more information about Aimpoint's Acro and other red dot sites, go to aimpoint.com.